Ruffled dress, demanding absolute attention, accepting nothing less. My heels are clicking rapidly against the polished wood, misbehaving exactly the way a passionate woman should. The spotlight hits my silhouette, creating a sharp line. Tonight the championship trophy is guaranteed to be mine. Spinning like a tornado, leaving a trail of fire, elevating the competitive, fierce energy higher. Standing on the bandstand, blowing the golden horn, watching a spectacular musical phenomenon be born. A tempo is blistering, the rhythm is highly intense, jumping completely over the traditional musical fence. I signal the percussionist to double up the beat, providing the necessary combustible heavy heat. Watching her navigate the incredibly complex choreograph, tearing the entire established Uber perfectly in half. The Caribbean islands colliding upon the floor, a spectacular fusion that you simply cannot ignore. Hips swaying while the feet moving in a blur, a magical interaction between him and her. Do the magnificent fiery salsa stepper, adding a massive dash of the spiciest pepper. Reggae foundation meets the elegant Latin flair, throwing our inhibitions directly into the air. Salsa stepper, a passionately aggressive routine, the most incredible performance they have ever seen. Plucking the upright bass with an aggressive attack, there's absolutely no possibility of holding back. The trombone slides deeply into the lower register, acting as the perfect musical investigator. Sweat flying off the forehead of the timbale player, removing another restrictive traditional layer. We push the dancers to their absolute physical limit, squeezing every drop of energy out of every minute. My partner dips me low, inches from the hardwood floor. The audience is screaming, absolutely begging for more. Arching my back, snapping my neck to the sudden break, showing them exactly what it will permanently take. The brass section screams right into my waiting ear, eradicating any lingering competitive fear. I am the reigning queen of this spectacular fusion, providing a breathtaking, flawless, grand illusion. The Caribbean islands colliding upon the floor, a spectacular fusion that you simply cannot ignore. Hips swaying while the feet moving in a blur, a magical interaction between him and her. Do the magnificent fiery salsa stepper, adding a massive dash of the spiciest pepper. Reggae foundation meets the elegant Latin flair, throwing our inhibitions directly into the air. Salsa stepper, a passionately aggressive routine, the most incredible performance they have ever seen. Let the trumpets blaze, let the subwoofers roar. We are opening up an entirely new rhythmic door. Passion and pressure, elegance and the extreme dirt, executing the moves until the muscles actively hurt. Moving faster, step, step, spin. Fuego, champion. Take a bow, the floor is burning. Bravo! Strutting down the boulevard with the predatory grace, wearing my fierce independence proudly on my face. My nails are sharp and claws ready to defend. I will never bow down, I will absolutely never bend. The asphalt is my territory marked by my scent, ignoring the eviction notices that they constantly send. Surviving the brutal winter and the scorching summer, marching exactly to the beat of my own drummer.
A magnificent mane of dreadlocks flowing in the wind, carrying the heavy burdens of where I have sinned. The king of the urban jungle, roaming very free, refusing to climb the branches of a poison tree. My roar shakes the foundation of the massive high-rise, instilling pure terror in my enemies' eyes, protecting the innocent cubs from the wicked snare, breathing resilience into the polluted thick air.
Prowling through the shadows, hunting for the truth, possessing the wisdom of age and the fire of youth. No cage can contain this magnificent wild beast. We are the apex predators of the ultimate feast. Beware the wrath of the mighty concrete lion, defending the borders of the metropolitan Zion. Teeth made of iron, muscles carved from stone, sitting proudly upon a highly contested throne. Concrete lion, ruling the dangerous avenue, demanding the ultimate respect that is fully due.
Hyenas are laughing nervously in the dark alley, but I am the undisputed ruler of this concrete valley. I smell the cowardice sweating from their pores, winning all the silent psychological cold war. Stomping my paws firmly upon the solid ground, generating a massive, intimidating, heavy sound. The royalty of the street cannot be bought or sold, a legendary story that is constantly retold.
Camouflage perfectly against the brick and mortar. I am a fierce, unrelenting, dedicated daughter. My instinct is sharper than a newly forged blade, refusing to be hidden inside the cowardly shade. Protecting my pride with a vicious, sudden swipe, ignoring entirely the superficial media hype. I am elegance mixed with the terrifying might, a beautiful nightmare arriving in the dead of night. Prowling through the shadows, hunting for the truth, possessing the wisdom of age and the fire of youth. No cage can contain this magnificent wild beast. We are the apex predators of the ultimate feast. Beware the wrath of the mighty concrete lion, defending the borders of the metropolitan Zion. Teeth made of iron, muscles carved from stone, sitting proudly upon a highly contested throne. Concrete lion, ruling the dangerous avenue, demanding the ultimate respect that is fully due. Let them try to build a fence to keep us entirely in. We will smash the barricades and let the chaos begin. The spirit of the wilderness thrives in the cement, a magnificent force that was beautifully sent. Watch my step, king of the street. Hear me roar, bow down, bow down. Beware the wrath for the mighty concrete lion, defending the borders of the metropolitan Zion. Teeth made of iron, muscles carved from stone, sitting proudly upon a highly contested throne. that is fully due. Jungle rules, concrete kingdom, the lion sleeps, undefeated. Jungle. Standing directly in front of the massive wooden box, feeling the vibration rattling my heavy silver locks. The cone pushes the air with a terrifying invisible force, taking my physical body on a completely wild course. It is not just auditory, it is a magnificent tactile thing, feeling every single note that the heavy instruments sing. My ribcage acts as an entirely resonant hollow cave, catching the crest of this magnificent acoustic wave.
I am the dedicated carpenter, shaping the heavy pine, calculating the dimensions with the mathematical design, wiring the heavy magnets in the copper internal coil, rewarding the dedication of my tremendously hard toys.
Sealing the cabinet to prevent the precious air from leaking, listening closely when the giant mechanical beast is speaking, routing the audio signal to the crossover machine, the most powerful amplifier that you have ever seen. Dropping the frequency completely below the human range, initiating a cellular microscopic spectacular change, massaging the internal organs with the deepest heavy tone, penetrating directly into the center of the bone, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation.
The needle tracks the heavy groove on the vinyl plate, opening up the massive acoustic invisible gate. I turn the low and equalizer dial completely to the right, summoning the earthquake in the middle of the night.
Dust falling from the rafters of the underground club, powered entirely by the relentless driving dub. We are the technicians of the ultimate low frequency, providing an antidote to the modern emergency. The bassline is a blanket wrapping me completely tight, eradicating the terrors of the deeply anxious night. I close my eyes and surrender to the pulling undertow, letting the magnificent low frequency current beautifully flow. My heartbeat synchronizes with the heavy thumping kick, curing me instantly whenever I am feeling sick. A sonic baptism washing over my entirely willing frame, ensuring that I will absolutely never be the same. Dropping the frequency completely below the human range, initiating a cellular microscopic spectacular change, massaging the internal organs with the deepest heavy tone, penetrating directly into the center of the bone, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation. You cannot simply hear it, you have to physically feel it. If your heart is broken, this heavy resonance will seal it. The woofer diaphragm breathes precisely like a lung, speaking the ancient, beautifully unspoken tongue. Breathe in, feel the shade, deepest bass. Let it move you, healing the damage with a subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. Physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, settling, bringing a brand new tune. I walked these pavements since I was a little child. Now the urban jungle is calling out. Wild gold hoops, swinging jacket, leather tight. We are painting a revolution in the cold daylight.
Jah people wandering through the metal gates, looking for salvation before it gets too late.
Prophets speaking truth on the corner street, while the righteous ones march with tired feet.
Babylon erected towers reaching for the sky,
but the natural roots will never truly die. Two different worlds colliding in the atmosphere. No more crying,
we banish all the fear.
from the northern boroughs to the promised land.
We are walking forward, united,
Hand in hand, welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar's strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, an empire of the soul, where the broken pieces finally become whole.
Politicians talking, but they never understand the suffering of children across this barren land.
We plant a seed of hope inside the asphalt cracks, carrying the heavy burdens upon our aching backs. But the trumpet sounds across the neighborhood, bringing forth the message of everything good.
Sirens wailing loud, but we drown them out with love.
Angels watching over from the balconies above,
Graffiti murals singing stories of our past.
building up a legacy that is guaranteed to last.
Step by step,
We rise above the poverty line,
letting our internal brilliant diamond shine.
two different worlds colliding in the atmosphere.
No more crying, we banish all the fear.
From the northern boroughs to the promised land.
We are walking forward, united, hand in hand,
Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar's strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, an empire of the soul, where the broken pieces finally become whole.
Let the echoes bounce off the brick walls.
Answer the destiny whenever it calls.
A fusion of the Caribbean and the Empire State. We are opening up the heavy iron gate. Hold strong,
Keep the faith,
New York to Jamaica.
feel the vibration. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
Where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar's strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, empire of the soul,
Whoa,
where the broken pieces finally become whole.
peace in the borough.
Love in the Zion,
Hold on, hold on.
fade away into the night. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jump up.
Wave your flag, queen of the band, carnival joy. Leading the magnificent masquerade down the avenue, unapologetic pride. The matriarch of the archipelago, shining in the sun, ensuring that the massive festival has officially begun. Sequins reflecting the incredibly bright tropical rays, dancing triumphantly through the observatory haze.
Following her magnificent float down the parade route, blowing enthusiastically on the carved wooden flute. The diaspora unites in a spectacular, colorful swarm, sheltering beautifully inside the cultural warm storm. She commands the procession with a flick of her wrist, adding a joyful, undeniable, energetic twist. The calypso melodies blend with the heavy reggae drum, erasing the memory of where the bitter tears came from.
The entire peninsula vibrates with the massive cheer, the most anticipated beautiful holiday of the year. Swaying our hips to the infectious island groove, watching the spectacular decorated chariots move. Make way for the spectacular glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever, the undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate magnificent cultural festival. Island diva,
Wearing the extravagant
plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
tossing the colorful beats to the enthusiastic crowd, playing the percussion instruments exceptionally loud. Her energy is an entirely renewable, massive source, guiding the festivities on a joyous, spectacular course.
We celebrate the heritage, we honor the deep roots, tasting the sweetness of the native tropical fruits. The stilt walkers tower high above the massive streets, synchronizing their steps to an undeniable
My headdress is a towering architectural masterpiece, commanding that the suffering immediately finally cease. I am the visual representation of the island soul, making the fragmented, broken history entirely whole.
pouring the sweet nectar into the communal cup, lifting the spirits of the entire neighborhood up. The confetti rains down like a colorful paper shower, embracing the magnificent matriarchal total power. The entire peninsula vibrates with the massive cheer. Ooh, the most anticipated beautiful holiday of the year. Swaying our hips to the infectious island groove, watching the spectacular decorated chariots move. Make way for the spectacular glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever, the undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate magnificent cultural festival. Island diva,
Wearing the extravagant
bloom crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
the sun is setting,
But the masquerade continues on
we will keep celebrating.
until the break of
The
dawn,
rhythm is a deeply embedded cultural lifeline.
making the entire archipelago brilliantly shine.
Jump up, wave your flag,
Queen of the band,
carnival joy.
make way for the spectacular glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever, the undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate magnificent cultural festival. Island diva,
Wearing the extravagant
plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
the float moves on,
Keep dancing,
island royalty.
sweet carnival. my combat boots, tying up my hair, sensing the electricity crackling in the air. We are not protesting with a picket or a sign. We are using choreography to cross the battle line. Step to the left, pivot sharply to the right, turning our frustration into a beacon of light. Every single motion is a calculated strike, moving all together down the middle of the turnpike.
Oppressors looking down from their ivory towers, underestimating the capacity of our powers. They try to legislate the way we naturally feel, but the rhythm of the people is made of forged steel.
Marching to the frequency of ultimate defiance, forming an unbreakable underground alliance. We do not need artillery to tear the system down. We just need the heaviest subwoofers in the town. The tempo is a weapon, the melody is a shield. We are taking over the entire battlefield. No surrender, no retreat. We hold the front line, following the guidance of a higher grand design. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear.
Generals are panicking, checking on their screens, trying to decipher what this movement really means. Footstep vibrating like an earthquake on the fog, bringing their corrupt economy to a grinding halt. We are warriors of sound, soldiers of the groove, proving our intentions with every single move. Babylon is crumbling beneath our stomping feet. Victory is tasting incredibly sweet.
Spinning like a hurricane, twisting like a storm, breaking every boundary, rejecting every norm. Sweat is camouflage, painting my determined face, claiming ownership of this contested urban space. Shoulder to shoulder, we form a human barricade, showing off the courage that we have proudly made. No one can stop a tide that has already turned, watching all the wicked institutions get burned. The tempo is a weapon, the melody is a shield. We are taking over the entire battlefield. No surrender, no retreat. We hold the front line, following the guidance of a higher grand design. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny. through a metropolis painted infrared. Holographic advertisements promising a fake joy, selling plastic fantasies disguised as a shiny toy. I wear my reflective visor to block the glare, breathing in the synthetic, heavily filtered air. Living inside a simulation, running on a grid, trying to remember the innocent things I did.
Microchips implanted deeply inside the human brain, trading natural spirituality for digital code rain. The system operates in an algorithmic code, sending heavy data down a fiber optic road.
Profits are censored by the mainframe firewall, waiting for the artificial empire to finally fall. We are batteries powering a greedy, vicious beast, starving our spirits at this technological feast. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon, a beautiful but deadly trap, erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
Virtual reality goggles blinding the youth, preventing them from witnessing the absolute truth. Cyber police patrolling the informational web, watching the organic tide slowly, sadly ebb. But the acoustic guitar possesses a virus strain, designed to penetrate the mechanical domain, uploading a frequency of pure, undeniable love, hacking the satellites positioned up above.
Swiping my identity card at the security gate, escaping the algorithm before it gets too late. I am a ghost circulating inside the machine, the most dangerous anomaly they have ever seen. Downloading the rhythm directly into my soul, bypassing the centralized tyrannical control. The pixels are dissolving, revealing the rust, watching the motherboards crumble into dust. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon, a beautiful but deadly trap, erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
Short circuit, the server shatter the glass screen, awaken the citizens from this algorithmic dream. The baseline is a logic bomb ready to detonate, opening up the encrypted heavy firewall gate. System failure. Rebooting. Override. Error.
Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon, a beautiful but deadly trap, erasing our coordinates entirely from the map. Shutting down, screen goes dark. The real world awaits.
Disconnect.
onto my glowing face, stepping ceremonially into this ancestral space. The bonfire crackles, shooting embers to the sky, honoring the magnificent spirits that never die. Feathers decorating my elaborately woven crown, calling all the villagers from the surrounding town. Dancing wildly in a circle, kicking up the dirt, wearing a deeply symbolic embroidered shirt. Beating the goatskin congas with my bare hands, connecting directly with the distant motherlands. Elders nodding slowly in deep, profound approval, celebrating the spectacular spiritual renewal. Passing the bamboo chalice around the large ring, listening to the oldest patriarch beautifully sing, chanting the ancient hymns in a forgotten tongue, feeling incredibly powerful and wonderfully young. The ancestors are joining the celebration tonight, bathed completely in the magnificent lunar light. Bloodlines intertwining like the roots of a tree, a spectacular display of indigenous majesty. Welcome to the underground roots party, where the laughter is loud and incredibly hearty, stripping away the modern superficial disguise, revealing the wisdom shining in our eyes. Roots party, a tribal rhythmic communion, a magnificent, unbreakable familial union. Sharing the folklore, passing down the myth, working the iron like a traditional blacksmith. The tempo increases, heartbeats begin to race, leaving a permanent mark upon this sacred place. Sweat pours down like a heavy tropical shower, embracing the raw, undeniable collective power. No microphones, just the volume of the chest, putting out tremendous stamina to the ultimate test. Cowrie shells rattling around my slender wrist, shaking off the modern world and all its crazy twists. The hypnotic repetition induces a trance state, allowing us to beautifully, easily elevate. Women ululating loudly, a piercing, joyous cry, reaching past the clouds, touching the starry sky. We are the surviving seeds of a magnificent tree, blooming spectacularly for everyone to clearly see. The ancestors are joining the celebration tonight, bathed completely in the magnificent lunar light. Bloodlines intertwining like the roots of a tree, a spectacular display of indigenous majesty. Welcome to the underground roots party, where the laughter is loud and incredibly hearty, stripping away the modern superficial disguise, revealing the wisdom shining in our eyes. Roots party, a tribal rhythmic communion, a magnificent, unbreakable familial union. Honor the lineage, respect the old ways, lighting the darkness with a spectacular blaze. The drum is the heartbeat, the fire is the soul, making the broken community completely whole. Dance harder, feel the earth, call the spirits, fire burning. Welcome to the underground roots party, where the laughter is loud and incredibly hearty, stripping away the modern superficial disguise, revealing the wisdom shining in our eyes. Roots party, a tribal rhythmic communion, a magnificent, unbreakable familial union. Ashes glow, spirits resting, tribe is strong, ancestors smile. Leading the magnificent masquerade down on the avenue, wearing a spectacular costume of sapphire blue. Gigantic feathered wings stretching brilliantly wide, bursting with an intoxicating, unapologetic pride. The matriarch of the archipelago shining in the sun, ensuring that the massive festival has officially begun. Sequins reflecting the incredibly bright tropical rays, dancing triumphantly through the observatory haze.
Following her magnificent flow down the parade route, blowing enthusiastically on the carved wooden flute. The diaspora unites in this spectacular, colorful swarm, sheltering beautifully inside the cultural warm storm. She commands the procession with the flick of her wrist, adding a joyful, undeniable, energetic twist. The calypso melodies blend with the heavy reggae drum erasing the memory of where the bitter tears came from.
The entire peninsula vibrates with the massive cheer, the most anticipated, beautiful holiday of the year. Swaying our hips to the infectious island groove, watching the spectacular, decorated chariots move. Make way for the spectacular, glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever. The undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate, magnificent cultural festival. Island diva, wearing the extravagant plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
Boy, tossing the colorful beats through the enthusiastic crowd, playing the percussion instruments exceptionally loud. Her energy is an entirely renewable, massive source, guiding the festivities on a joyous, spectacular course. We celebrate the heritage, we honor the deep roots, tasting the sweetness of the native tropical fruits. The stilt walkers tower high above the massive streets, synchronizing their steps to her undeniable beat.
My headdress is a towering architectural masterpiece, commanding that the suffering immediately finally sees. I am the visual representation of the island soul, making the fragmented, broken history entirely whole. Pouring the sweet nectar into the communal cup, lifting the spirits of the entire neighborhood up. The confetti rains down like a colorful paper shower, embracing the magnificent matriarchal total power. The entire peninsula vibrates with the massive cheer, the most anticipated, beautiful holiday of the year. Swaying our hips to the infectious island groove, watching the spectacular, decorated chariots move. Make way for the spectacular, glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever. The undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate, magnificent cultural festival. Island diva, wearing the extravagant plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
The sun is setting,
But the masquerade continues on
we will keep celebrating.
till the break of dawn.
The rhythm is a deeply embedded,
Cultural lifeline,
making the entire archipelago brilliantly shine.
jump up, wave your flag, queen of the band, carnival joy. Make way for the spectacular, glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever. The undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate, magnificent cultural festival. Island diva, wearing the extravagant plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down. Float moves on, keep dancing, island royalty, sweet carnival. Hey, 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 hey. sparks are flying across the massive factory floor, wielding the blowtorch behind the heavy steel door. Gears are turning inside the colossal machine, the grittiest spectacle that you have ever seen. Smelting the copper, pouring the liquid brass, watching the molten temperature rapidly surpass. Blue-collar angels wearing protective goggles tight, forging a masterpiece inside the neon light.
Hammer strikes downward with terrifying might, bending the titanium into the darkest night. Sweat lubricates the pistons, pumping in the chest. We never take a break, we never pause to rest. Blacksmiths chanting a rugged mechanical tune, working night shifts underneath the pale moon. Unbreakable alloy running directly through the veins, shattering the padlocks, destroying all the chains.
Pressure building up inside the massive boiler tank, furnaces burning hot, fueling the industrial skank. Spigots twisting open, releasing the pressurized air, creating an architecture completely beyond compare. Feel the iron rhythm, unyielding and severe, constructing a fortress that will outlast the year. Clashing the metals, producing a permanent spark, leaving a definitive, undeniable, gigantic mark. Iron rhythm, stronger than a concrete wall, standing undeniably rigid, refusing to ever fall.
Whoa. Bolts tighten down with a heavy monkey wrench, enduring the grease, surviving the chemical stench. Scrapyards transformed into an acoustic paradise. We pay the toll, we offer the ultimate sacrifice. Rivets holding the magnificent structure in place, a monument of labor dominating the empty space. Tires rolling over the sharp gravel on the road, carrying an impossibly massive, gigantic load.
Cranes lifting up the heavy, colossal beams, sewing the metal together along the rigid seams. Pulley systems hoisting the cargo to the sky, watching the rusted helicopters hovering by. Sirens screaming loudly from the towering smokestack, no turning around entirely, no going back. Engine blocks vibrating with an explosive roar, demanding absolutely and undeniably more. Pressure building up inside the massive boiler tank, furnaces burning hot, fueling the industrial skank. Spigots twisting open, releasing the pressurized air, creating an architecture completely beyond compare. Feel the iron rhythm, unyielding and severe, constructing a fortress that will outlast the year. Clashing the metals, producing a permanent spark, leaving a definitive, undeniable, gigantic mark. Iron rhythm, stronger than a concrete wall, standing undeniably rigid, refusing to ever fall. Melting the differences into one solid block, ticking precisely like a grandfather clock. The assembly line continues without a glitch, throwing the massive electrical power switch. Strike it hard, ooh, bend the steel, feel the heat, force the sound. Feel the iron rhythm, unyielding and severe, constructing a fortress that will outlast the year. Clashing the metals, producing a permanent spark, leaving a definitive, undeniable, gigantic mark. Iron rhythm, stronger than a concrete wall, standing undeniably rigid, refusing to ever fall. Machines resting, cooling down, the iron holds solid forever. suspended by a wire from the vaulted museum ceiling, controlling every single nervous emotion I am feeling, avoiding the invisible crisscrossing security lasers. A high-stakes operation executed for the appraisers.
The gemstone rests upon a pressure-sensitive scale. There is absolutely no acceptable margin to fail. Slipping the flawless jewel into my velvet pouch, landing entirely silently upon the leather couch. Waiting patiently inside the idling dark speedboat, wearing a black balaclava and a waterproof coat. The harbor water is perfectly still and pitch black, ready to execute the incredibly swift getaway track.
Watching the second-hand sweep across my heavy watch, preparing to push the throttle up another notch. She signals from the balcony with a single flashlight. We are pulling off the greatest robbery of the night. The tension is thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time.
Navigating the narrow canals, killing the engine hum, disappearing entirely before the police sirens come. Hiding the contraband underneath the wooden deck floor, we have successfully settled the ultimate final score.
Babylon investigators searching the empty premises, failing to capture the smartest, stealthiest nemesis. The jewel is safe within the deep underground roots, counting the value of our spectacular stolen loot. We're moving the tactical gear, slipping into an evening gown, the most mysterious, wealthy fugitive in the town, holding the incredibly heavy stone up to my eye, admiring the facets that reflect the starry sky. We fence the treasure on the international black market, finding the perfect lucrative billionaire target. My heartbeat finally returns to a normal steady pace, leaving absolutely zero evidence inside the place. It's thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut in a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time.
The clarity of the gem matches the purity of the bass, a flawless performance executed with ultimate grace. We are the invisible thieves of the auditory night, disappearing rapidly into the blinding bright lights.
Cut the wire, grab the stone,
Get out!
flawless execution. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, Blueprints across the marble table, constructing a dynasty that is fundamentally stable. We are the architects of a brand new acoustic dimension, commanding the absolute undivided global attention.
Columns forged from the purest reverberating sound, establishing our sovereignty upon this fertile ground. I wear the invisible crown of the auditory queen, surveying the most magnificent kingdom ever seen. Laying down the heavy foundation with the massive base, expanding the borders of our designated royal space. Ambassadors of the rhythm, diplomats of the beat, signing cultural treaties on the newly paved street.
Our monarchy is not built upon tyrannical oppression, but on the joyful release of musical expression. Guarding the palace gates with the heavy amplifier, fueling the eternal inextinguishable kingdom fire. Expanding the magnificent territory, mile by mile, ruling the population with an undeniable style. The Constitution is written in a melodic code, paving a glorious, prosperous, everlasting road. Welcome to the unparalleled, majestic groove empire, elevating the collective civilization significantly higher. A dynasty functioning on the perfect reggae time, achieving a supremacy that is absolutely sublime. Groove empire, an unbreakable sovereign state, mastering the unpredictable, complicated fate.
Summoning the royal council to the central courtyard, patrolling the perimeter with the dedicated vanguard. The treasury is filled with exclusive rare vinyl plates, dictating the incredibly heavy universal exchange rates. We conquer the negativity with the peaceful invasion, rising beautifully to meet every single grand occasion. The banners are waving proudly in the high altitude wind, forgiving the territories that have previously sinned. Draped in the luxurious velvet of the ultimate conqueror, acting as the supreme benevolent musical emperor. The citizens rejoice when the royal procession begins, washing away the sorrow and the historical sins. My throne is constructed from the finest mahogany wood, ruling the dominion exactly as a matriarch should. The legacy is cemented deeply into the bedrock, impervious to the terrifying external violence. Expanding the magnificent territory, mile by mile, ruling the population with an undeniable style. Constitution is written in a melodic code, paving a glorious, prosperous, everlasting road. Welcome to the unparalleled, majestic groove empire, elevating the collective civilization significantly higher. A dynasty functioning on the perfect reggae time, achieving a supremacy that is absolutely sublime. Groove empire, an unbreakable sovereign state, mastering the unpredictable, complicated fate. The sun never sets upon this auditory grand domain, washing the kingdom with the purifying
Gentle rain,
long live the rhythm, long live the majestic bass,
preserving the dignity of the entire human race. Royal decree, hear the mandate. The empire stands, reigns supreme. Welcome to the unparalleled, majestic groove empire, elevating the collective civilization significantly higher. A dynasty functioning on the perfect reggae time, achieving a supremacy that is absolutely sublime. Groove empire, an unbreakable sovereign state, mastering the unpredictable, complicated fate. Dynasty secure, the crown is heavy,
empire forever.
long live the groove. strolling down the cobblestones of a surreal boulevard, where reality is fragile and the illusions are hard. Vendors selling glass jars filled with forgotten dreams. Nothing in this bizarre district is exactly what it seems. I trade a silver coin for a potion of lost memories, unlocking the incredibly strange multi-dimensional keys. The sky above is painted a swirling, impossible magenta, wandering blindly into the completely unknown center.
Clocks on the brick walls are ticking entirely backward. The gravitational pull is feeling incredibly awkward. Buying a handful of stardust from the merchant tent, wondering exactly where the concept of sanity went. The psychic readers deciphered the patterns in the smoke, revealing the cosmic punchline of the universal joke. I am a traveler stuck between the shifting parallel realms, navigating a ship with absolutely no recognizable helm.
The architecture bends and twists in the strange twilight, eradicating the boundary between the day and the night. A magical realism, heavy dripping from the east, gathering the fallout, glowing supernatural ease. Getting lost forever down a mystic avenue, discovering a completely different alternate view where the impossible happens on a daily routine. The most hallucinatory, bizarre ever seen. Mystic Avenue, a tear in the dimensional fabric, experiencing the highly unusual auditory magic.
Lanterns floating upwards without any visible strings, listening to the mutant bird that telepathically sings. The bass line is a snake charmer mesmerizing the mind, leaving the logical, rational explanations far behind. I purchase a map that constantly changes its own ink, sitting at the edge of the incredibly terrifying brain. The shopkeepers speak a language of pure ringing bells, trapped inside their beautiful, fascinating, dizzying spells.
Mirrors reflecting faces that I have never actually worn, watching a beautiful miniature acoustic galaxy be born. My shadow detaches itself and dances on the brick wall, answering the incredibly strange supernatural call. Drinking a neon elixir that allows me to finally fly, hovering gently beneath the impossible magenta sky. The reggae rhythm warps and bends out a natural shape, providing a magnificent, deeply psychological escape. The architecture bends and twists in the strange twilight, eradicating the boundary between the day and the night. A magical realism, heavily dripping from the emotion like this before. The gravitational pull is impossible to deny, tethering my soul firmly to the vast open sky.
No superficial flirtation, no temporary fling. You are my absolute spectacular everything, plunging into the profound, unfathomable deep. A monumental devotion that is mine to keep, carrying the colossal weight of a genuine romance, entering a completely mesmerizing, beautiful trance. You are the solid foundation underneath my feet, making my existence entirely and wonderfully complete. Hurricanes may threaten, tornadoes might arrive, but this dense affection guarantees we survive, bound together by invisible, unbreakable ropes, surpassing entirely my wildest, grandest hopes. Sinking downward into the abyss of your embrace, occupying a completely sacred, permanent space. The mass of this attraction bends the laws of physics, curing the doubts of the pessimistic critics. We are anchored by incredibly heavy love, a monumental blessing gifted from above, too dense to be broken, too solid to ever bend, a gravitational anomaly that will never end. Heavy love, grounding us into the bedrock core, leaving us passionately begging for more. A fortress constructed of absolute pure trust, impervious entirely to the corrosive rust. I pledge my allegiance with a solemn, serious vow. Eternity is happening right exactly here and now. Your loyalty weighs a ton, pure as solid gold, a fascinating story that's finally been told. No shallow waters, we navigate the deepest trench, a burning thirst that only you can properly quench.
The gravity multiplies whenever you are near, eradicating instantly every microscopic fear. My heart is a boulder resting in your palm, providing an overwhelmingly reassuring calm. We do not float away like meaningless balloons, we are stabilized entirely like orbiting moons. The density of passion suffocates the lonely past, a monumental monolith built to forever last. Sinking downward into the abyss of your embrace, occupying a completely sacred, permanent space. The mass of this attraction bends the laws of physics, curing the doubts of the pessimistic critics. We are anchored by incredibly heavy love, a monumental blessing gifted from above, too dense to be broken, too solid to ever bend, a gravitational anomaly that will never end. Heavy love, grounding us into the bedrock core, leaving us passionately begging for more. Let the massive tsunami crash against the shore. Our monumental bond is stronger than a titanium door, rooted deeply within the center of the earth, celebrating constantly this magnificent rebirth. So deep, massive gravity, hold me down, solid bedrock. We are anchored by an incredibly heavy love, a monumental blessing gifted from above, too dense to be broken, too solid to ever bend, a gravitational anomaly that will never end. Heavy love, grounding us into the bedrock core, leaving us passionately begging for more. Anchored forever, sinking in immense devotion, total gravity. direction. He doesn't wear a robe, just a faded, oversized coat, delivering a magnificent warning directly from his throat. Pedestrians are rushing blindly, staring at their phones, ignoring the truth buried inside his heavy baritone tones. I stop and listen to the parables of the modern age, flipping through his heavily annotated metaphorical page.
Stepping up onto the overturned plastic milk crate, warning the citizens about their impending tragic fate. The subway grate is my altar, the sidewalk is my church, conducting a necessary, deeply philosophical search, translating the graffiti sprayed upon the brick wall, answering the incredibly heavy divine ancestral call. Sirens try to drown me out with their terrifying scream, but I am waking the people from their capitalistic dream.
No stained glass windows, no collection plates of past, just the unfiltered reality reflecting in the dirty glass, deciphering the omens hidden in the metropolitan noise, amplifying the volume of the marginalized, forgotten voice. Oh, you listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the deep, generational, unacknowledged hurt.
The neon signs are flashing their deceptive false idols, but I am consulting the ancient, universally true titles. I point my weathered finger at the tower and skyscrapers, exposing the corruption hidden in their official papers. The rain starts to fall, washing the grime from my face, but I refuse to abandon this highly contested holy space. My congregation consists of the homeless and the strays, guiding them safely through the terrifying dark days.
I pull out my notebook and write down every single word, the most profound poetry that the city has ever heard. He speaks in riddles that unlock the heavy iron doors, revealing the casualties of their invisible silent wars. The police officers tell him to immediately move along, but he responds with a deeply beautiful, defiant song. A disciple of the asphalt, a student of the intersection, finding an incredibly pure, highly spiritual connection. No stained glass windows, no collection plate to pass, the unfiltered reality reflecting in the dirty glass, deciphering the omens hidden in the metropolitan noise, amplifying the volume of the marginalized, forgotten voice. Listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the deep, generational, unacknowledged hurt. The writing is clearly on the wall if you simply look. He memorized the passages of the universally banned book, a lonely voice crying out in the metallic wilderness, replacing the hostility with a beautiful tenderness. Hear the truth. Open your eyes, Babylon is falling. Wake up! Oh, listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the deep, generational, unacknowledged hurt. The crowd disperses, message delivered, the street is quiet, prophet walks on. adjusting my headphones, singing into the condenser, finding the perfect tones. The engineer is separated by a pane of thick glass, waiting for the initial recording sequence to pass. I deliver the lyrics with the precise, sharp attack, and listen to my own voice beautifully bouncing back, multiplying syllables until they fill the room. A flower of audio that is beginning to bloom.
Sitting at the soundboard, twisting the plastic knobs, performing the most crucial of all the studio jobs.
Routing the cables through the complicated patch bay, manipulating time to create the perfect delay. The reel to reel is spinning, capturing the magic tape, giving the invisible audio a physical shape. Pushing the faders upward, increasing the feedback loop, cooking up a magnificent sonic alphabet soup. Analog equipment glowing with the vintage warmth, creating a terrifying, beautiful acoustic storm. Milliseconds stretch out into an eternity, unlocking the secrets of audio geometry. We are mixing the delay, jam bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. I'm mesmerizing, repetitive, hypnotic, or delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ, a technological masterpiece created just for you.
Splicing the magnetic ribbon with the razor blade, preserving the glorious masterpiece that we have made. Adding a phaser effect to the rhythm guitar, making it sound like it originated from a star. The compressor squashes down the heavy kick drum, while the parametric equalizer creates a gentle hum. A scientist of sound experimenting with the gear, crafting the frequency perfectly for the human ear.
My chorus overlaps itself in a cascading wave, a musical phenomenon that I completely crave. Breathing into the microphone, creating a stormy gust, shaking off the decades of accumulated dust. The panning switch my vocals from the left to the right, a dizzying stereo, spectacular acoustic flight. I am an instrument played by the master technician, completing the ultimate auditory expedition. Analog equipment glowing with the vintage warmth, creating a terrifying, beautiful acoustic storm. Milliseconds stretch out into an eternity, unlocking the secrets of audio geometry. We are mixing the delay, jam bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. I'm mesmerizing, repetitive, hypnotic, oh, delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ, a technological masterpiece created just for you. Turn up the reverb, make it sound like a cave, riding the crest of a magnificent sound wave. The master channel peaks into the dangerous red, but the rhythm is permanently stuck inside my head.